Hello, my friends, my dear audiences. Welcome to the excellent show hosted by Jack Chow under G&E TV. It's a beautiful program, not because of me, it's because of the content. The content, by content, I mean we try to stretch our attention to cover as many subjects as possible. By looking at the screen, you probably know we're going to talk about education because we have an expert of education here, Mr. Lo Wei, founder and CEO of California Sunshine Education Center. And the reason I brought him here is that I'm so confused for the past 2 days on hearing the LA judge on his unconstitutional rule of the 10-year and the 18-month kind of lines. So a little bit misunderstanding, a little bit confusion there, and a little bit dark about the history of how we have been, what we are talking about, and what does the decision mean, so on and so forth. That's why I brought Mr. Wei Lo to come here for a discussion. Thank you very so much, I have to say, especially today because I know you're back to back.
Thank you very much.
Sure.
My pleasure, always. Right. And I want to appreciate that in addition to you said that the one of the very good point of this show is that the in addition to the content is that your guys' delegation, the whole team, the crew team delegation, especially the leaders and management team, as well as all the staff members, dedication to this program. I really appreciate that.
Sure. And I believe that everybody, if you really have a concern about the future of this country, you have to probably pay the same amount of attention as you pay to your money. Because your money takes care of your present, takes care of your future. So does education.
I think so.
Right,
it's a kind of some people compare it as a soft national defense system.
Yes, that's all right. Okay, first question, of course, this is the whole thing, that if you put questions after questions, the list are going to be very, very long.
That's true.
But some basic understanding is some certain areas. First area would be that what has the judge ruled?
And basically, I think the judge, Ralph Chu, ruled the day before yesterday that the seniority system of LA, California teacher system carried over for decades is unconstitutional. It's against nation's constitution. In terms of a lot, I didn't have a chance to look at the ruling yet.
The content of
the ruling yet, but basically his ruling basically is said that the seniority system in teacher system is against our nation's constitution. What does it mean is that the senior teachers in in California teacher system will be no longer protected by the job security in the future if this case going to be affirmed. At this moment, I believe this is a preliminary judge toward that direction. And I would see there is a lot of legal delegation and legal wars between back and forth between teachers association as well as
teachers union
and interested group as well against with the plaintiff party, which is represented by 8 student group.
Speaking of the seniority, the word, there are 2 definition lines. One definition line is saying that either 18 months of first tryout or 2 years, which is 24 months of your tryout. Once you pass the tryout, you will stay there forever as
basically teacher. We call that probationary. After you pass over probation of 18 months, basically you are secured. Your job security is secured, is done
for the rest of life.
For the rest of your life. In case there is a layoff, for example, what occurred about back in 2000.
I see.
2012, 2013, when the state budget cut in the education sector, there's a lot of pink sheet, meaning that layoff sheet notice to the student, to the teachers. Those who receive those pink sheet are those teachers who are very, very in the low rank of a seniority system. Doesn't matter how good, how bad they are.
I see. In other words, the second line, which is the tenure line, could be between those who who could be laid off, and who are not supposed to be laid off.
That's
in other words, if you pass the 18, 24 month
probation,
mark,
you are going
probation mark,
yes.
You're going through to a period to go. A job can be as long as your life.
That's true. Up to 10 years.
Provided there's no layoff.
There's no
if there's a layoff.
There's no budget shrink.
Yeah, if there's a layoff, they're going to fall upon you.
That's true.
Right.
That's true.
If there's now for teachers who have passed tenure line, they can't even be laid off. Am I right?
Yes, I think so. They'll basically be bought out.
I see. Bought out.
Bought out.
Okay.
Yes, bought out. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
basically.
Very good.
Yeah.
So, in other words, these two lines, the core decision is that those two lines are unconstitutional.
Unconstitutional, according to the preliminary statement of the ruling, and we need to.
I see.
Yeah, I would encourage someone in the audience line who are interested in the issue, take a look at the detail of the ruling, so that everybody will be very clear on the issue. That's my suggestion.
And
I'm sorry, I should have presented to you because of the time restraint.
But it's still so premature, and it just popped out day before yesterday.
Yes.
And it doesn't get on the news with as much details as we're talking about until this morning.
Yes.
So it's brand new to everybody. Oh, by the way, that's one of the point I want to make at this show, though. We always try to catch up the headlines.
Yeah,
the headlines, right? And yet we're not talking about the news part of a headline, news perspective. We're talking about the content perspective.
Yeah, we're talking about fundamental. What is the fundamental?
Yes. The concept, right?
That's
okay.
True.
Speaking of that, though, that sounds something very, very landmark.
Yes,
Do you think so?
I would say it's historically remarkably move in terms of the change of the entire teacher system for this country.
I see.
Which formed throughout 100 years of time.
It's almost a tradition already.
It's it's up to date. What it is up to date.
What are the responses so far from different groups? I know from the teachers groups there's one, right? From the unions group there's two. From the parents group there's three. From everybody, like an average show, like you and me, everybody around town.
Jack,
so
I have to remind
views.
you, you forgot most vital part in this picture, students group.
Oh yeah, student group. Okay, student group.
See that?
Okay.
You didn't do that on purposely,
sure.
but a lot of people didn't do that on purposely. However, the ones that hear the most because of this bureaucratic system,
okay, all right,
okay.
Yes. So what so far? It's okay. It's okay. When we neglect the student group, I may tend to focus on the
adult parts,
on the K-12 below, below, because it's the parents that make a decision. It's the parents that impact, right?
That's true.
When you talk about higher than that, probably there's different story. The student has to express their own concerns now. Now, what other concerns from the teachers group? For number one, from the unions, from the students, like you said, from the teachers, from the parents, and from everybody else.
Yeah, basically, I think the impact of this judgment, of this preliminary ruling, would be multi-aspects, meaning that it will hit not only teachers group, but also play impact on administrators, school administration group people, and also definitely parents, students, and community as a whole is going to be impacted by this ruling.
I see.
Number one, because this appealing, I would say the offendant was a group of students, 8 group of students who sue their teachers because teachers constantly being removed short periods after they are landed.
You mean who raised the case, the plaintiffs?
Yes, the plaintiffs is a group of students, a group of 8 students.
I see.
And they are in somewhere in one of the LA district schools, and this district school is fitting into the category we saw that
they belong to LAUSD.
Yes, USD, because in a different districts that we marked the schools with lower social and economic system school status, meaning that the income of parents below some certain level, and students are basically coming out from either first generation of immigrants or low income labor parents. They are the group we marked them as lower social and economic groups, and those school that where the students, 8 students came out from, is falling into this category. So meaning that students of this plaintiff group are basically social economically disadvantaged in our society. They are the ones who need our attention from government point of view, from education and administration point of view, as well as from broader community caring point of view. And they are the ones who raise up the question, because they said that during period of time, teachers constantly, their teachers specifically, being constantly removed away from the classroom because they find a better job to go, or they found that they are not staying over, they are not removed, even if the students feel that they cannot pick up good ideas from the teachers. They believe that teachers did not do a good job on teaching. Shortly speaking, that they feel that this teacher is incompetent. Incompetent.
Should be removed from class, and yet they were still teaching.
Yes, they're still teaching, shortly. And that's why the question came out from.
Okay, now, to my understanding, in very simple language, to judge a system, if it is good or bad, just take a look at the result. If better students come out of the system, of course, it's a better system.
Yes.
If it is not, on the contrary, it's a bad system, right? So
yeah, we need to take a look into the detail of the system, which part is need a fix up.
All right, let's take a very short moment. When we come back, we of course need to find out what the benefit will be to the students and to the teachers as well if we do keep this seniority system
in place
there, or we kick it out. Right. So what will come out as a result? So stay with us. Let's do a little comparison.